What's up, guys? It's the Ayo Lee Double X Prince, and I am here to give you my review of WWE Extreme Rules 2017. And I called it was a one match show. Everything else, take it or leave it. However, some stuff I took, and some things I just wished I just left out. Overall, we only had three good, like legit good matches. Everything else was garbage. One match was meh, but that ending, woo, that's something to talk about. We start off, well, first of all, I want to talk about the kickoff show, which was a match between Kalisto and Apollo Crews. I actually got a chance to see it, and I enjoyed this match. Kalisto and Apollo Crews had great chemistry. I could tell Apollo Crews still looking for his character. Kalisto, he's just good like he is. Please send him to the Cruiserweight division. He just deserves it. Apollo Crews, turn heel. I like what they're doing with the whole Titus and Apollo, but I think it's proper time to turn him heel. I like the story that these guys threw in, and they actually had a pretty good match. Actually, one of the better matches on the actual entire night. Not counting, the main event, of course, but we kick off with the real show, and we had the Intercontinental Championship match where if Dean gets disqualified, he loses the championship. And I like that Miz played it off. Honestly, I could tell that Miz cared about this match a lot more than Dean Ambrose. And it's kind of sad because Dean Ambrose, I own the guy's t-shirt. He was a former WWE champion, a two-time Intercontinental champion. But you never remember anything with Dean Ambrose when it comes to championship material. He just probably isn't that good anymore. Honestly, if Dean Ambrose turned heel, he needs something. Dean Ambrose needs a character, something to motivate him so he could become a much better talent, because ever since he got squashed by Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 32, he has not been the same. Like, even with his matches with AJ Styles, he was putting over Styles so much to the point that he wasn't credible anymore. Hell, he fucking took bumps from James Ellsworth. At least Styles recovered from a James Ellsworth beatdown. But, I just wish Dean Ambrose came back to the Dean Ambrose that I know and love, that you guys know and love. Turn him heel, do something with him. Because at this point, either do something with him or just get out. And I'm being serious. However, this match is really good. Again, Miz played it off real well, trying to get Dean disqualified, get distracted. And he is now the 7-time Intercontinental Champion. I think he deserves it. You could tell he just looks like an Intercontinental Champion. Plus, he might actually beat Chris Jericho's record of most Intercontinental Championships. He's 3 away from beating Jericho. Honestly, if he beats Jericho, I wouldn't mind, because I think even Jericho would appreciate that as well. Now, next match was Sasha Banks and Rich Swann versus Alicia Fox and Noam Dar. Now, this match, I was not looking forward to it at all, but it was actually okay for the most part. I thought it was fine. Didn't need to be in the card. Honestly, I would have given this spot to Apollo Crews and Kalisto, because those guys deserve to be on the card. So yeah. Sasha and Swan wins. No shit. Fox and Dar are just irrelevant at this point. I hope Sasha Banks goes for the Women's Championship, because from what I saw on Raw Talk, I think that's where they're going with next, especially with the god-awful match that we got. This is a dud. Kendo stick on a pole match. Alexa Bliss puts a Raw Women's Championship on the line against Bayley, and Bayley has officially become the worst babyface of all time. How do you do that? Bayley was at one point the top babyface ever, even bigger than John Cena. Now she's just lame, and I actually kind of thought it was great that Alexa Bliss won, because Bayley needs to recover from this angle. Honestly, I would just give Bayley a break. Just start all over and then go back to the women's, because I still want to see Sasha and Bayley fight in the near future, and it has to be big. But after this, I'm pretty sure that's never going to happen. Plus, this match is like 5 minutes long. It was pretty stupid. Bayley gets the kendo stick. She doesn't want to hit Bliss. Bliss, give me that shit, and pa, pa, pa. That was it. That was the whole fucking match. Yep. Pretty bad. It was garbage. Pretty bad. Now, this match was good and bad at the same time. It was pretty good steel cage match between the Hardy Boys and Cesaro and Sheamus. For a while, it was pretty good. It should have been whoever gets out of the cage first wins. It made no sense for both guys trying to get out, because Jeff Hardy gets out. Now it's up to Matt Hardy to find a way to get out. But Jeff Hardy gets back in and he does a swanton, which was awesome. That never gets old. Swanton from the top of the cage never gets old. But then Cesaro and Sheamus win because Jeff Hardy decided to go back in. Unless if they were planning a storyline between the Broken Hardys coming soon, good. Otherwise, I don't care. Cesaro and Sheamus win the Raw Tag Team Championships. I'm actually pretty happy about that. I think they deserve it more because Cesaro needs something if he's not going to be the World Heavyweight Champion. Um, Next match. Oh, this match was amazing. Personally, I thought this was the second best match of the night. Neville defeated Austin Aries in a submission match. Great story from these guys and a great conclusion to their matches, which were meh. They deserved a spot at WrestleMania. Payback, it was just continuing the story, but this is the conclusion. It was finally over. I was like seeing who the hell's gonna win. That's what makes this match special, when you don't know who's gonna win, and Neville ends up picking up the victory. Pretty great moment. I like Austin Aries, but I think it's time for him to do some other stuff. Maybe he'll. I mean, if he stays in the cruiserweight division, honestly, I don't know what he could do, but I really hope Austin Aries can recover from this. Neville is easily the best cruiserweight champion we've had in a long ass time. Even better than some of the modern ones like Chavo Guerrero, Billy Kidman, Paul London, Brian Kendrick. You know, he's actually better than some of those guys. Definitely nowhere near close to Dean Malenko, Jushin Thunder Liger, Rey Mysterio. He can be if he has if everybody else tries. You know, Neville's the only one that tries around here, but I think Neville needs a new opponent, and here are my top 5 choices. Kalisto, Cedric Alexander, Akira Tozawa, possibly Kota Ibushi, and chances are TJP. These are the 5 guys I see him fighting. Otherwise, I mean, if they push somebody else, I'm pretty excited for it. So yeah. And now we get to the Fatal 5-Way. Holy shit, was this match incredible. WWE has yet to have a really good match besides Styles and Cena. NXT, you know, you have your great matches like from TakeOver Orlando and TakeOver Chicago, but you know, this was fucking amazing. Everybody had their moment to shine. Roman Reigns worked like a heel, which I don't know why. If he's a face, he better be heel. I hope so. At this point, I don't even know what Roman Reigns is, whether he's a face or a heel. Everybody's rooting for Finn Balor. That was great. Bray and Samoa Joe team up for the first half of the match, which is fine. And then it just got hardcore. Honestly, for a pay-per-view called Extreme Rules, nothing hardcore really happened. Like, even last year, Styles and Roman Reigns felt more brutal than this shit. So there's that. Even the silent match was brutal in this, but that doesn't change the fact that this match was still incredible. Finn Balor was about to pin Roman Reigns. 1-2. Samoa Joe grabs Finn Balor, puts him in the Kuda clutch. He does not tap out. He just passes out. And Samoa Joe is going to take on Brock Lesnar. Now, people are wondering, what the hell did I think about this? This is fucking amazing. Joe Lesnar, dream match of mine. And honestly, I think this was the right choice because Balor and Seth Rollins could fight Lesnar, but I feel like they need a bigger pay-per-view, not Great Balls of Fire. And the only way to get Great Balls of Fire popular is if we get a match that no one would expect to ever see, which is Joe and Lesnar. So, honestly, kudos for them for doing that because Joe and Lesnar could be an interesting match. It could be a bad match or it could be a good match. Hopefully, it's a good fucking match because they're both not been doing great matches back as they did back in the days like in 2002, 2003, you know, those days. But I hope that they pull off a great match. That's what I'm hoping. Brock Lesnar pulls off. I don't think Joe's going to win, but I just hope that we get a good match out of this. And thank you, WWE, for being unexpected. Overall, this show was fine. Again, the only match I gave a shit about was the Fatal 5-Way. Everything else that I said was good, you could watch, but it's not that worth it. That terrible Alexa Bliss Bayley feud is finally over. Get it out of my way. Aside from that, yeah, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I think it's like a solid B- for the most part. I thought that was fine. Now, that'll be it for today. Tomorrow, I will be doing my review for the movie Wonder Woman. So, stay tuned for that. And until then, I'm out.